Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We've got the Azur lane up today. So we got a few things to cover, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so the event build for the Skybound Oratorio has been, it's gone. So you still got the actual, a few things that you can still complete, but make sure that you gather all of the rewards here inside of the phase. So this was for like gas in the air. So you want to get as far as you can, but make sure you can claim them. The prelude, this, as I said, is still open. This will be open for 7 more days until the 17th. So if you want to get the portrait frame right here, you need to actually get 3,000 points, and this is going to be open. So if you just built one of the ships yesterday, you've got another 7 days to get it up to 70 and fully limit break it to obtain the points, and you'll be able to get the reward inside of your missions tab. So that's still open. All right, now everything else is still the same. So we do have a new event up right now. It's called the Flame Touched Dagger. This is going to be open until the 24th. Okay, so this is roughly 2 weeks. So we've got a new ship in here. Foch. So let's go ahead and take a look at her. She's in the rewards if you go here. She's all the way down at 10,000. So suffering class, heavy cruiser. Okay. So basically you got to get, it's the same thing as always. You get the PT. All right. So you got to run the sortie. That's one way to do it. But if you do it, any of the following ships afloat. So you might want to, put, Azur, Littorio, La Temiere, and La Peñonatre in your, make sure that they are in your team. But the following, they read that, it says with any of the following ships still afloat. So basically, they can't be sunk. So you want to get them up, get them up as much as you can, build them up as tough as you can, so that they don't die. Okay. There's also a build up. So if you're, a chance to get her here as well. So, you might build her. What I do is I do builds on it daily just to see, and if I get it, I get it. Hooray! If not, I'll focus on getting the 10,000 that's needed. But you've got until the 24th, so you've got, the build right here. So you should be able to do it. I mean, if you got the wisdom cubes, just keep, building on it as much as you can today. I wouldn't do a whole bunch, but once you get her, then you're in pretty good shape, and you don't have to worry too much about running the actual event portion of it, which is right here. But you want to get some of the other rewards. I mean, these are not, yeah, granted, there's nothing really, once you start getting up here, they're pretty good rewards. So you want to try to get at least, get up and start getting those rewards. But if you get this far, you might as well go to 10,000. You can always get another copy of her because, if you get another copy of her, you can just use that to limit break her instead of using one of your prototype bullets. All right. The Grand Prix's up. They've had this before. It's a rerun. Basically, you just do these cyrations, run it, and you get rewards each time. Like I got a couple cognitive chips, some coins and stuff. And you just do the laps. That's all it is. If you do it 4 times, you'll get the red blaze furniture. Okay, I already have that, so I don't need it again. But if you do complete it 4 times, you can get that. Okay. Other than that, that's pretty much all it is. But go, this is a new event. Okay, it's not a rerun, so it'd be a good story. I'm not going to spoil the story for anyone. But it's another interesting story. Now, in my last video for the Halloween event, we had Radford. I did not have Radford. So yesterday evening, I went and did a little bit of running, and I got her on the 4th. I think it was probably the 4th or 5th time. I'm not exactly sure which one it was. But let's go ahead and take a look at her outfit. So she should be down here towards the bottom. There she is, Radford. So she's a common ship, no, rare ship actually. She's not common. Common is the the base ones, and then you've got the rare, then you've got the epic, then you've got the legendary. So she's a rare, but I got her pretty quick. Like I said, I got her on the 5th try. I think it was 9-2. Just run 9-2 over and over. You know, I did, I ended like on the fifth try, I got it. So it's not that big a deal. But as you see, it's a pretty nice little outfit for her. Okay. So that's what it looks like if you're interested in doing it. But like I say, she is a destroyer, so you might want to use something at lower levels. I went ahead and put her into the actual uh, uh, experience through the actual commissions and stuff, just to get her up there a little bit, so I could actually start putting some, try to get her up to at least 3 stars. I like to I like to try to get all the ships up to 70, and of course that takes a really long time. But it's just a slow progress. But since I'm not going to be using her for anything, but I did want to get her because I did have the outfit. So this is what the skin looks like. So a nice little theme going. Base, she looks like this, which is not very, not very bad either. And then we've got the sweet magic one, which is the one that we're using right now. Commander, the sweet magic within my tomb lets me turn things into candy. That sounds pretty convincing. Commander, when did you get here? So this right here, so she's got her tomb here. So that's what it is. So it's pretty nice little skin. I like it. All right, so we do have that. But yeah, so the flame touch daggers up for 2 weeks. So you want to try to get the ship. Just if you're like me, collector. So you want to get all the ships that you can. So get in there and go ahead and knock it out. Shouldn't be too difficult, but the story should be interesting. And we get to use some of the ships that we don't normally use, which is nice as well too. I like it when they do events where we can, go back into our things. Like I've got Azur Latorio. I've got all 4 of these ships. So I'll probably make a team of them. I'm not sure how powerful it would be. It probably, when you do start in the sortie, you got SP, so it's going to be going through. So you should be able, it's going to start out easy. SP1 won't be that difficult. You could probably do SP1, SP2, and SP3. Probably not that much of a problem. The problem, when you start getting up into the levels, that's when it's going to get a little, that's when it's going to get a little different, a little bit more complicated in terms of what you want to do. So, but yeah, go ahead and run it. Do it, get as much as you can. Make sure that you use those ships, and they do have to survive. So if it's like, you just got the ship, it's like level 1, you're probably not going to survive very long. So, stick them in the dorm. Maybe throw some of the experience tombs at them to get a little bit of experience under their belt. Throw a break or 2 on them, and then once you get them up to 70, you can fully limit break them. I would say that you'll probably get it up to 80. You might get by with 70. The problem is the ships the ships that they're asking us to use are unfortunately most of them are actually destroyers, so that's not going to go out too well in terms of survivability. Okay, yeah, that's just something that you have to deal with. I mean, we should be okay. Let's go ahead and sort these here. They're not secured. I think most of them are in both of those. So we've got left to see a pit they are destroyers. So unfortunately, that's not going to they're not going to last very long. I've got them up to 70. Algier, I got her at 70 as well too. And Latorio, I do have Latorio. Where's she at? She's not in here at the moment, but I do have her. I have her up. I think I have her close to 90 actually. Where's Latorio at? She's got that. She's got that. Oh, she is. I've got her at 92. So, and she's fully limit broke. So she, I could probably make a team of it. I'll put Latorio and Algier in there, of course. Then what I might do is I'll just stick Latorio and Algier in the back, or wherever they're supposed to go, and then I'll maybe stick 1 power ship on each. So maybe stick an Azuma in the front just for survivability, and then maybe stick FTG or somebody in the back to give me a little bit more power, and then try to run it with those ships in there. Not even a full fleet, but just enough to complete it, and then to save oil, of course. And then, of course, once you get higher up, you might have to start adding ships. But you should be able to buffer it because it's only, it's only 4 ships. So that leaves you have 6 in your fleet. So you can put a power ship, you know, a couple power ships in there to help out if you get a little bit into the point where you're having trouble. But they got to survive for it to count. So it's best to try to get them up. If I'm going to use a ship and I want it to survive, I prefer to get the ship to 90. If it's fully limit broke, 90, and you put a good set of equipment on it, you should be okay. Okay, put on I'm not put on good guns, of course, for the efficiency. But that increase your firepower. But survivability, you can stick there's you can stick the hull upgrades on there to give them a little bit more of that. You can stick repair kits in there too, so that you can do some healing throughout it. Anything to keep them alive is what you're trying to do. And you're probably going to need to do that for Lemire and the Penetrate, because they're destroyers. But you can probably, Lutorio and Azur probably should not have too much trouble. You could probably, if you get them up to 90, I don't think you have any trouble with them surviving. But yeah, the other two are going to see. So, but if you want to get the extra points, but like I say, if you build her and the build, then you don't really need to worry about gathering a bunch of points. You can just complete the event once because it's a new event. But then after you complete it, you don't have to continue to farm it to get 10,000. You can just go do something else, like maybe like I'm still trying to get a Kagi from 3-4. I might just go ahead and if I do build her within a day or two, I might just go ahead and spend the next time maybe doing some on a Kagi. I've still got to finish up 12. I mean, I've already finished a couple of them, a couple of the sorties in 12, but I haven't actually finished it completely. So I need to go back and do 12, 13. And now I have time. I mean, the only other thing I had going was I wanted to get Bradford, and since I snatched her up pretty quick at 9-2 normal, not hard, normal is where you'll find her. I got her within 4 ties. So yeah, 4 or 5 tries. So it's not that difficult. But yeah, I still need to do those some of the high end ones. And I've got the team to do it easily. I mean, I've got the 125s now, so it's not a problem. I've already done 12-1. I got to go 12-2, 12-3. So it shouldn't be much of a problem. Just make sure you have good anti-air. I've got Sandy on one team and Dito U on the other, and I haven't had any trouble whatsoever. They've been swatting down planes left and right. So really haven't had any trouble losing any ships. Of course, don't use destroyers. Just make sure that you have, I've got a Zuma on my front line. She never dies. She's a tank. I got Sandy in the center is what I usually run to get rid of the anti-air. And then on the other end, you can put anything you want, any other type of tank. You can put Prince Heinrich, or you can put Nishiro, any of the ship that has survivability on the front line. And then in the back, what you could do in the back is you can put a healer back there. I do sometimes put quite possibly the best healer in the game at this point, and the reason I consider, where's she at? You can put San Francisco in San Francisco's a Vanguard ship. You put her in the center on the front, she will heal your Vanguard as well too. So you can do that. But I consider Yuho to be the best at this point in time, simply because of the fact that she, with the ship, it decreases the damage. Okay. So you can get by with her increase. Okay. And then she's got the Cherry Blossom, and this is where she first airstrike. The first 3 airstrikes launched will heal 3 times over 3 seconds. Each heal targeting the allied surface ship with the lowest percentage. Okay, so putting her in there allows for survivability. So you can have 2 really, really, really good ships. This is why Yuho and San Francisco are 2 of the best ships in the game, is because they have targeted healing. Okay, which means they target ships that need it. That's some of the problems with the healing ships previously. Just heal. Sometimes they wouldn't heal when you wanted them to. Sometimes they wouldn't heal. They just, would heal the Vanguard, even if the Vanguard didn't need a heal. These things focus on targeted healing, which means they heal okay, and they'll target something that needs it. The second problem with the healing ships of old was the fact that they just didn't do anything but heal. Unicorn was really the only one who actually did some damage. When she did an airstrike, she would heal. Okay, um, but she was really the only one. Okay, and she's an epic ship. She does okay. She's not bad. She's a very good ship actually. I have her maxed. But Yuho's better. She does more damage. Okay, San Francisco is better. Well, San Francisco, yeah, she's a front line. She's a vanguard. Uh, so those two ships do damage. So they heal and do damage, which is what's really nice about them. So they give you a lot of support as well as they can do some damage. Just puts like on see her Yoho here. I've got a full set of excellent two good planes on her full, and she's doing quite a bit of damage. Okay, but her main thing is healing. That's what she does. But there's the wasteful ones like you've got Akashi. Some of those others who really don't do much anything except heal, and even then it's not good. So, but these two ships, Yuho and San Francisco in the center. You got to make sure you put her in the center. If you don't put her in the center, she won't heal. She has skill-based positioning, which means she does certain skills based on where she's at inside of the actual positioning. So make sure you put her in the center, and you'll get the heal from her. So you should be able to keep alive. Okay. So what I do, when you're running 12, you've got to run the first. You need to get 3 stars in it. You have to kill. You have to destroy all enemy ships, which means you need to completely clear the screen of ships one time. You just need to do it once. So what I do is I stick a fleet in there with San Francisco. I have one fleet that has San Francisco and Yuho in it. And then actually I run a Sakura fleet is what it is, but then I stick San Francisco in the center, and I clear, as much as I can with that fleet, and I have healing, so nobody dies. And then at the end, on my other fleet, I have my power fleet, which is usually mostly Iron Blood fleet, and then I just take out the boss. Okay, and then after that, you can just start doing it. And it's pretty easy after that. The hardest part is the one to get to 3 stars is to, destroy the enemy fleet. You have to kill every ship on the screen once. Okay, and they usually give you, you usually have 10, 5 on each fleet ammo, but they usually throw more than 10. You're usually going to go up against 12 or 13 sometimes. So you actually need to run 2 of the actual. You might have to run 2 or 3 sorties without any ammo. And that time you take more damage and do less damage. So that's why you need a little bit of healing. And as you can see, I've got a repair kit on her just in case. Have not had to use it, but it's there if I need it. Okay, I'm paranoid when I get to those things. I only want to run it once and be done with it. I don't want to waste time. So yeah, but I have not had any trouble. I went through 12. I didn't lose anybody. So that's what I'm going to do. Continue through. It works very well. I've been trying different things, but I've got like 6 or 7 fleets that are pretty good. That I've run it with. I ran it with this fleet. I had no problems. 12. I've tried it with this. I had no problems as well. This one has San Francisco in it, so she was healing. That helped. I did it with this one. This one actually worked better than I thought it would. I was really surprised because of the fact that, because I used to use the HMS. HMS was the first fleet that I built, and I used them for PvP a lot until I got my better DR ship-based PvP fleet, which I'm using right now. But Belfast and all them, they had little survival, but they survived really fine in 12. I was really really surprised at how well they did, and I did not change it. I did not put any extra anti-air or anything. I just ran it straight with this, and it worked fine. So I was really impressed. And that's that I could run anything with this, no problems whatsoever. I got shields that 2 or 3 of these ships are throwing up shields, so it's just ridiculous. And then with the damage, I completely annihilate people with FTG turrets. You can take out turrets and put in Graf Zeppelin if you want a little bit of aviation. But yeah, either way, just a lot of damage. And of course, this is my build. This is what I run with on the daily basis. As you can see, I'm just building up ships. Okay, I've got Shimakaze. I got her up to 125. I'm just getting her to 125. We got Jean Bart, York in there, and then we've got Soryu. And this is a retrofitted version of Soryu. And Jean d'Arc. and then Aurora. So that's what I'm just leveling these ships up. This is the one. This is the fleet that I will be changing. I will be sticking the ships that we needed for the PT in the event in here, working them in here, and trying to build and see exactly how well I can get some from a survivability standpoint. But yeah, I could run. So this one would not run 12; it would most likely die. But these, yeah, I could run it with all four of these fleets. I don't have any trouble running it. So, and then sometimes I like to mix and match. Like I'll throw Jersey. I'll take Jersey out and put Jersey in one of the fleets. When I'm doing like a major damage fleet, I'll put Jersey in there. A lot of times I'll run Jersey, Shinano, and FTG in the backfield, and then put Azuma and two other ships in the front, and I can usually get a max damage fleet. I'm over 17,000 in terms of power with that. So that's what when I need a powerful fleet. That's what I run the end hard modes with and stuff like that. You don't need to go that heavy with 12. You might need to in 13 or 14. I don't know, but I did not see the need to go into 12. I did that the first to start out, and they came out and they didn't have any damage whatsoever. I think they had like a smidge. I think they lost maybe 5% of their health. So I said, to save some oil. So it's not too much of a problem. Now you get that 4,000 oil each week with the weekly kit. So it's not really that much of a problem before. But still, I just don't like to waste that much oil. I got my oil built back up. As you can see, it was down to about 2,000 a couple of days ago. 3 days, and I actually had already clapped in 4,000, and I used up all of the stuff that was in the mail. This is, as you can see, this is all the new stuff that came out. So all that 4,000 I had in there. So I really did a lot, but I needed to get about 35,000 of the crests, and I did. So that's what you have to do if you want to get all that stuff in the shop, like buy all that stuff in the event shop. That's what you just have to use the oil. So we've got some sodas in here, of course. Compensation. This is just actually coinage, so you can go ahead and take this. It's not. It's that. So we've got 25 in coins, and then we've got the supply shop. This is inside of Operation Siren, which you should be doing if you want to get the high-end mats. They adjusted the purchase limit for coins, so. You could only do increase from 3 to 10. Okay, you could do it 3. You could do it 10 times. So they gave you some extra 2,000 supply shop vouchers for that. So that's nice of them. They want to make us give us everything. It's nice that when they make the adjustment, they get it for you and allow you to do it. But that's the new event. So this is a new event. Okay, this is not a rerun. So this should be new for everybody. Okay. The flame touch dagger, so should be a good story, but we'll go over it. Yeah, I'll probably do another video once I've got the ship, and we'll go over everything about her and discuss a little bit about that, and discuss a little bit about the event too, as to what it's actually what it's actually trying to mirror, so to speak, in terms of reality. So we'll have to see what that is, but it should be a good set. They always do tell excellent stories. And they do a good job of it as well. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you've subscribed, you'll see the bell. And, of course, if you click on the bell, YouTube will let you know each time we do drop a video. Also, remember to like and share, as that helps out the channel as well. So this is Ken here, coming at you from the corner, signing out.